Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. Today I'm going to provide a rules overview and review of Five Alive. It's ages 8 and up, 2 to 6 players, and it takes about 20 minutes. Let me show you how to play. The goal of the game is to be the final person with any lives left. And for game setup, each player is given 5 cards, heart side up, of a particular color in front of them, and everybody is dealt out 10 cards. Whoever is the oldest player who has been alive the longest gets to go first, and all you do on your turn is you take one of your cards and you play it into the center, and then play progresses clockwise. So this person would get to go, they'd play a card on the center, and then they add up the total of these cards. So from it's 7 plus 5 is 12, and then it's the next person's turn. The goal is to not go over the number 21. If you go over the number 21, then you lose a life. So let's say, we'll look at this person's hand. Let's say it's later in the game and this total equals 21. And we're going to take away a bunch of their cards. So we'll say it's later on, they only have these cards left and it's at 21. They would have to pick one that they want to play. None of them play. So what you do is you lose a life and you don't get to play any cards, and then it resets to 0, and it's this person's turn, and they get to restart. So they'd say, okay, it was 0, you lost a life, you didn't get to play a card. It's my turn, 3 points. This person's turn, they play a card, 7 points, and then it's this person's turn again, and they can go 10 points, and play continues on. So you're still in the game. If you go bust, if you go over 21, you just have lost a life for it, and then you keep on going. You keep on going until someone is able to play all of their cards. So if this person, then after that, there's different ways to get more cards, and I'll talk about the wild cards here in a second. So if they keep on playing and they're the first to get rid of all their cards, then the round is over, and both of these two people lose a life. And you take the cards, place them back in the center, and shuffle them up. And then it's the next person's turn to go first. And you keep on going until there are a few different ways to play. Officially, you're supposed to play if this person loses all of their lives, and these people have lost a couple more, then it's just down to these two people, and you'd only deal out hands for whoever's left. So if you're playing with 6 people, you slowly can go down to where it's fewer and fewer people playing. So then you just play, this person would be out, these two people play against each other. If you want to play, we usually play sudden death, so just once somebody's out, then whoever has the most lives left is the winner, and we start another round. That way people aren't just hanging around while just a couple people are playing a game, but it's however you want to play it. So here we are at round 2. I'm going to show how the wild cards work. There's a really handy card in with the rules that gives you a quick rundown on all of the different wild cards. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory and intuitive, but the 2 that are really neat and that I want to highlight are the Redeal and Bomb cards. There's only one of each of those in the entire deck. And if someone plays the Redeal card out in the center, you take everyone's hands, shuffle them up, and then that person deals them out evenly again, and the total resets to 0 and gameplay continues. This is really great if someone's been able to play cards that make you draw extra cards, they're down to almost none, and you have a few more. This can even things out and really change who's going to win a round. And then the other one is the Bomb card. This can be deadly when played because if this person plays this out here, these two players have to look through their hand and see if they have a 0. If they do, they can play it in the center and they've saved themselves. But we'll say this person has one, but we'll say if they didn't, then you have to flip over one of your lives. You've lost a life. You're still playing the round. It's still continuing, but you've lost a life because of the Bomb card. And their turn is over, the total resets to 0, and gameplay continues, and this person starts from 0 and keeps on going. So that's how to play Five Alive. The target demographic for this game is families who have played Uno and want something with just a little more going on. That is this game. The rule complexity is easy. There's a few specialty cards, but once you've played through once, it's very clear what those are and what they do. They're fun, they add to the game. So it's incredibly easy to get up and running on this game. And that also means your children can play this independently. My boys are obsessed with this game right now. They always want me to play it with them. Sometimes I can't. And they can set it up and play it on their own and handle all of the different aspects of the game, which is really great, and I really like that. How competitive is this game? Medium. I mean, it's called Five Alive. There, you're losing lives as you play. There's a little bit going on there, but it doesn't really ever seem to end in tears in my house because of how the gameplay works. Whenever one of my boys loses, they'll just say, "Oh, I just didn't get the cards that I wanted." And they're very competitive, and there are easily tears for many other games that seems like other people are doing mean things to you on purpose. In this, it's just kind of how you're able to play your cards out. And so it's competitive, but it seems to end well when we play, which I really, really like. The replay value is high. Like I said, my boys are obsessed with this game right now, and we've just been playing it on repeat every day. And it's great because it's just a little deck of cards. You can take it with you. It's completely appropriate to play with a group of adults too, if you just want a pretty easy, lighthearted game. It's great for grandparents to play with kids, kids to play with other kids. And I've just been playing it a bunch with my boys as well, and I like it, and it's fun to play with them. So tons of value in playing this game, and the cards are reasonable quality. We've been shuffling it a bunch and playing it, and it doesn't seem like I feel like they're gonna last pretty well, which I really like since we like it so much. Similar games, if you like this, Uno Flip is all of the fun of Uno, but then they added in some specialty cards, and the coolest part is that sometimes you have to flip all of the cards. They're two-sided cards, and so if you play a flip card, then you play with the dark side of the cards instead, and that's what you're playing down. And it adds an element of fun to traditional Uno without adding a lot of complexity. And then also I would recommend Don't Llama is a game in which it's like the same level as this. You're trying to get rid of all of your cards, but there's a little bit more going on where you can choose to stop playing around and only score the points that you haven't played. If you play all of your cards, you get to put a chip back and go down in points. So there's just a little bit more going on, and it's really fun, and it's a llama theme, so who doesn't like that? But Five Alive has been an absolute hit in my house. It's just cute, easy, fun, and I highly recommend. So go check it out. Thanks, and see you next time from Game Like a Mother.